Arca's Path is a beautiful and engaging story about a little girl who lives on a bit of a dump. She finds this mask and it takes her to some very amazing places.
In this virtual world, in the mask, you are downloading this girl's consciousness into this ball and trying to discover the world. You are trying to navigate puzzles and figure out the best ways to get through.
So Arca's Path was inspired by a lot of the classic ball physics rolling games like Marble Madness and Spin Dizzy. And your main input is your head, and you use your head to steer the ball through a variety of puzzles and hazards.
The simplicity of control of just using your head means it's very engaging, very gettable, and you really focus on moving forward. You can navigate this full 3D landscape and platforms just by looking around.
Throughout the story of Arca's Path, the character that you play as arrives in this beautiful sort of fairy tale world, and it's very peaceful and you're just exploring these really beautiful landscapes and gardens. But as the game progresses, you discover that things aren't quite what they seem, and the world becomes a bit more hostile, so you start to encounter much more challenging environments.
The world crumbles around you, it becomes more broken, it becomes more glitched, and because of that, the world becomes more difficult as well.
So you can have kind of physical obstacles of things breaking underneath you, or kind of having to choose different paths and seeing which one you can navigate best.
So we're trying to create a range of different emotions in Arca's Path. There are certain levels that are very relaxing, beautiful gardens that are fun to explore at a slow pace. Later on, there's some environments that are quite intimidating and some very hazardous gameplay that you need to overcome.
So we really want the world of Arca's Path to feel enticing and kind of mysterious. We want the player, when they're rolling through, even on the kind of quiet, not particularly challenging sections, we want there to be loads for the player to look at. And then later on, when things get a little bit darker, we want the player to feel that kind of slightly chaotic, oppressive computer simulation going a bit haywire. So you get a range of emotions throughout the game.
The way I feel when I'm playing Arca's Path is relaxed, engaged, and wanting to know what's going to happen next. I do find it a great piece of escapism with a little bit of challenge, but also a great story that I want to find out the ending to.
PlayStation